Hi, it's Dan Jones, owner of Carolina Real Estate Experts. Thanks for stopping by the video blog. Just want to reach out to you with some valuable information on how to handle an agent request lead, which is basically a sign call or somebody just reaching out to you about one of your listings or about another property in general, and how to handle those. Because a lot of people, they totally miss. It's just a fastball right down the plate, and people just miss these things when you should be hitting them out of the park. So just some train of thought on that process. But secondly, if you've ever thought about joining a team and being part of something that's just bigger than yourself and have a true growth mindset and want to get to the point where you're selling 40, 50 plus homes a year without all the risk and no coaching and no accountability and not having a clue with what to do, reach out to us. Let us know. We sell a ton of houses in the area. We do a lot of coaching on a daily, weekly basis and hold our agents accountable to make sure they're hitting their goals. So how to handle an agent request lead. So somebody's calling in. It can be, let's just say they're just calling about a property. It can be a sign call. It doesn't matter. So number one, and by far number one, we got to get them into the house. All right. Regardless how we do it, assuming they're pre-qualified, and we'll get to that in a moment, is get them through the house. So they call it, and out of courtesy, we do ask, hey, Mr. Buyer, what all questions do you have about this home, and when would be a good time to preview the home? All in one sentence. Why? Because by the time you ask the question, what questions do you have, they answered it, and, oh, I got my answer. They hung up on you, right? So you ask two questions. When's a good time to see the house, and what all questions do you have? Number two, once you get the appointment, right? Why show them one house? Hey, are there any other homes that, you've been looking at? Most of the time people say yeah, right? So number three, you've got the appointment. And a lot of people say, well, I don't want to set an appointment without, pre-qualification. Well, you know what? You have no rapport with this person yet. I know they reached out to you, but get the appointment. You can always cancel the appointment if they're not pre-qualified, or hopefully you have a good enough lender who can get in touch with them relatively quickly that day before you go preview the house, or the following day before you go preview the home. So the next question, number three, and even before pre-qualification, I think it's more important to find out if they're working with an agent. Mr. Buyer, I don't want to step on anyone's toes. Are you working with an agent? Have you signed anything? Yes, no. All right. Number four is the pre-qualification. All right. So you've built some rapport. You've made sure there's no agent. You had an appointment. Now we need to go ahead. Mr. Buyer, do you have a pre-qualification? Have you been pre-approved? Yes. Can you send that to me, and let's go see some houses, and you go at it. All right. 4-step process. Get the appointment. Are there any other homes? Agent, pre-qualification. And you've got it nailed down. So just a simple process there. Part of our coaching and part of our one of our leads sources that we do. We get a ton of sign calls, and we rock those out. Same with just hand raiser leads through Zillow, Trulia, people calling us about our listings, and also just some food for thought for you. And like I said, if you've ever thought about joining a team and taking your real estate game to the next level, let us know. We'd love to help and see if this is a good fit for you and the team short-term and long-term. But besides that, we'll see you next time. Talk to you soon.